Milwaukee is where the global economy began 100 years ago.
2 years ago, April 2012, Wayman Winston and I and others from WEDA announced that we were going to do this project.
Our approach simply is to leverage both the infrastructure investment that the state and city and county has made with the labor force and to use it to both attract, retain, and grow companies.
$100 million that would come from the state, leveraging another $100 million, and really using the backbone of transportation that already exists with state highways, local roads, the airport, the port, and a very viable freight rail system to really try and attract and leverage more investment throughout this key corridor, which we call the Transform Milwaukee area. This is about helping people get jobs and careers, helping expand the number of investments, and in turn, expand the number of jobs in this corridor. I mean, we've seen everything from a major investment that provides a regional cluster around clean water technology. We were the primary force behind the Global Water Initiative and the center there itself. And that's helping not only in terms of the building, but then the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation on top of it, helping new startup businesses come out of that center. We've got 150 water-related businesses in southeastern Wisconsin. Some of the top industries in the world are located in that area. We've got the School of Freshwater Science, and now because of WEDA's efforts and investment, we've got the Global Water Center. Great partnership between state, local government, the city of Milwaukee, the Water Council, and a lot of private interest out there.
What we wanted to do with this space was to create a kind of...
I think we can have an impact on this entire region through water technology. That's what's exciting about it for me.
That's just one of the many examples where we focused in on key housing, key investments that help grow the Transform Milwaukee area. It's not only important to see these areas be transformed, but it's the city is the biggest economic engine in the state of Wisconsin, and we need it firing on all cylinders.
We would not be where we are without, especially this particular machine with the higher wattage. This has allowed us to hire back probably a good 20 people that we had laid off. And in the future, we're looking at a 40+ employee growth in the next maybe year and a half, thanks to this piece of equipment.
Neighborhood revitalization.
Oh, I got you. And I remember coming across the bridge in Milwaukee and I went, oh, is this place beautiful?
I'd like to show you inside.
So I don't want Milwaukee to become gentrified, and then the people who once lived there can no longer afford to live there, so we want to bring jobs to them. The real focus is on getting fathers, non-custodial fathers, and some fathers who are at home, jobs.
We need this mark here. I came in here wanting, needing, and I grasped it, and now I'm here. And I appreciate them for that. I took this program looking to gain some skills. It helped me a lot.
We're trying to make the inner city back to what I remember, and what I remember was a great place to live.
Revolution Labs is a mentor-driven accelerator, and so as an accelerator we look for innovative people to participate in our program. And so Revolution Labs focused on the central city of Milwaukee and innovative people that live in those neighborhoods. I think Transform Milwaukee, like an accelerator, gives a rallying flag for people who have an interest in a particular community or an area. So Transform Milwaukee has given us a chance to organize around the central city of Milwaukee.
But to really transform Milwaukee, individuals living there need good paying jobs.
Most new jobs are being created by startups or new businesses these days. When you look at the location of this facility as part of Century City, adjacent to such great development space, it really should be a catalyst for developing many new jobs. MWork was formed because we actually are a high concentration area for energy, power, and control companies in Wisconsin. This building, of course, is becoming our Energy Innovation Center. In the Energy Innovation Center, we're going to have an incubator where startup companies or folks from existing companies can start new businesses.
Our vision, anyway, is that this facility will be filled with folks working in the energy, power, and controls fields, new companies that'll eventually morph into the adjacent Century City business parks.
So we're investing in the old A.O. Smith site, which is right beside the building. We put $1 million into that site to try and regenerate that area. It has such a wonderful history. It has railroad accessibility, highways. It can be part of the hub of the growth of Milwaukee.
Each of these things allow us to not just put state resources in, but to be the seed by which private sector dollars come in and ultimately jobs follow. Working with local officials and ultimately the city of Milwaukee, we've opened up the lakefront. We've given it a gateway effect to Milwaukee and to the financial district and all the other components of there, that we did so in a way that accommodated the many interesting development ideas that not only local officials and government, but that local leaders in the business and the civic community have to do more to transform Milwaukee as well.
And so you can see, like, the neighborhood is over here.
Wisconsin has this rich tradition of being a leader in breaking new ground.
So we've got something to give, and I think we need to sell ourselves better, and we need to solve our problems. You know, when you got a team approach, you win.
Our investments, I think, will pay dividends for not only Milwaukee's economy, but the state's economy.
Even though we've exceeded the original goal we had financially, this is just, for us, the initial investment.
You can see all these factories around us.
It's really important to make sure, part of our larger approach for the state as a whole, not just Milwaukee, is to make sure that as we see this recovery, as we see this big surplus, as we see the economy getting better in the state, we want to make sure we don't leave anyone behind, that everyone who wants a job can find a job. Our efforts through Transform Milwaukee are going to make sure that's happening.